Some of the first settlers in the Northland came from Sweden, Norway, and Finland. And Iron Rangers continue to pass down that cultural heritage and the family traditions that came over too. Our reporter William Lean has the story of a Finnish pioneer from the early 20th century.
While walking around the St. Louis County Depot, you'll spot this exhibit, Eli's Farm. It's an interactive exhibit where kids can wear costumes, learn a little bit about Finnish culture, and try their hand at farm chores. Now, what if you wanted a more hands-on history lesson? You can actually visit the original Eli Virtanen homestead farm near Markham, Minnesota. Let's go see how farmers in the early 1900s lived off the land.
You walk in them and you gotta kind of crouch down because the doorways are so short. But it's nice to see all the plowing equipment and stuff that they used back in the day.
This historic property has been preserved for the past 2.5 decades by the Friends of the Virtanen Pioneer Farm. Ashley Morinville says she's been attending their annual fall festival since she was a child. Now she's sharing that experience as a mother.
I love it. It's just a great chance for everyone in the community to come out and meet up with each other, have lunch, see some amazing vendors, get some good snacks at these homemade bread stands.
Everyone is invited to learn about Finnish culture, farm equipment from a century ago, and see the inside of these different historic buildings. Ron Percannon's family lived close to Eli Virtanen, and he remembers delivering eggs to Eli for a quarter.
Well, he worked for my grandfather. My grandfather had a small logging operation and some cattle, so they made hay together, and they were friends, and my dad said he would walk from here to their house, which is about a mile, and he'd walk every week and get a gallon of milk.
Preserving the history of Eli's farm is important to Ron. The Friends of the Virtanen Pioneer Farm were formed to continue public access as a shared open museum instead of selling the land.
Tom Rukavina interfered that, or stopped that sale, and Friends of the Pioneer Farm, and it's we have a committee and we take donations and we do the upkeep and make the grass look nice. And my parents took care of it in the early 70s, and Buzz Ryan said to them, you should really sell it to the St. Louis County Historical Society. So they did, my parents did, but then they were trying to sell it. So then we took over, and we've had this for 25 years now.
I raise sheep, and the sheep that I raise are Finn sheep. I'm also a potter, so I've been having a booth here probably for 10, 12 years.
More and more local vendors and crafters have helped expand the Virtanen Farm Fall Festival over the years. Jamie Meyer learned how to spin her sheep's wool and start her own business that connect with her Finnish roots.
My farm is made out of fieldstone, and when the Finns came here, you know, this wasn't the prime area of land, but this is what they could get access to, and how they have that ability of taking something that could be wet and know how to reroute the land in such a way and take what the trees that they have and make their homes. It spoke a lot about those first pioneers that came up here on the range.
Not too long ago, it doesn't seem like I was one of the kids watching people do this type of thing, and now I'm one of the old timers.
As agricultural technology advances, there are old world techniques and skills that Iron Rangers want younger generations to continue. Dale Torma has been practicing an older style of woodworking for decades, and says landmarks like the Virtanen Farm inspire children to learn about history.
That's what we're going to try to do, keep it alive, and like you see people bringing their children here, and the children see this type of thing, and it sticks with them, and maybe they'll do likewise when they get older.
The Virtanen Farmstead is open year-round for self-guided tours. Dale hopes the Fall Festival will continue to grow and shape young minds to take an interest in the trades.
Yeah, we're going to try to get a blacksmith here, maybe get some more woodworkers here. That's what I'd like to see, some more builders making things, making horse-drawn equipment, so people don't forget the past, where we came from.
Vendors, history buffs, and community members are already planning for next year's Fall Festival. But for Markham residents, it's important for Northland families to learn about the pioneer roots of the Iron Range, whether it's in the museum or on the land they cultivated.
Very neat. Looks like a fun little festival.